All right, we're looking at the Rome report again. Now, if you look, he's about to sit down, and there's two people standing beside him. And this is something we've covered before. I'm just mentioning it for people who may have not come across it. The popes throughout history always have someone beside them on either side, and it is a representation of the cherubim that are on either side of the ark. And who is it that comes and sits on top of the ark? God. And what is in the ark? The commandments. And who is it that is over the commandments? God. So in Catholicism, who is over the commandments and can decide what is morality for the church? The Pope. So it stands to reason he has the cherubim, or the two living creatures, on either side of him when he's going around doing his thing. So that's just a random thing to point out. By the time you see this, this will be old news. But I want to point out a few things. One, he's got a chair. It's covered in gold. He's wearing purple and scarlet. And he's talking to world leaders about world affairs. So please explain to me, Christians, how does that not fit the biblical narrative of the book of Revelation?
Pope Leo XIV delivered a long political speech before the world's diplomats in which he addressed almost every topic, from morality to conflicts to religious persecution, as well as the current global situation. For example, he defended the right of the faithful to refuse military service.
This may be the refusal of military service in the name of nonviolence, or the refusal on the part of doctors and healthcare professionals to engage in practices such as abortion or euthanasia.
Sitting where he ought not sit, covered in gold, wearing purple and scarlet. The cherub on his left and right, the commander of that which is right.
Conscientious objection is not rebellion, but an act of fidelity to oneself.
Later in his speech, Pope Leo XIV touched on the topic of abortion and expressed his opposition to projects aimed at funding it.
The Holy See expresses deep concern about projects aimed at financing cross-border mobility for the purpose of accessing the so-called right to safe abortion. It also considers it deplorable that public resources are allocated to suppress life rather than being invested to support mothers and families.
Regarding the current international situation,
These are all different groups, like that guy with the turban hat thing on. And earlier there was the guy the African-American guy with that real lavishing outfit on. These are people from all across the world. How is it that regular, everyday Protestant Christians, the word Protestant means to protest, how do they not recognize that this system, these people sitting here, taking his advice, looking to him for how things should be, is not a fulfillment of the book of Revelation to a T? People, please wake up. Quit looking to the third temple in Jerusalem. There's no reason to look at that temple, even if they rebuild it, even if they go back to doing sacrifices. It is 100% irrelevant. Why? Because we are the temple.